they've left it late. You know, you take a look at the opposition, West Ham, Southampton, Huddersfield. You'd expect City to have these games done and dusted. However, on each of the last 3 occasions, they've had to rely on late goals. Are we seeing a little crack in this Manchester City armour?
But if Pep Guardiola watches the game again, I've seen it many, many times. The ball that kills teams that drop deep and want to play in their own, almost into their own 6-yard box, is that ball, that little diagonal that Kevin De Bruyne played for people coming round the back of the centre half. Even if you haven't got big players, and if you bend that ball in behind, you cause danger. And if teams want to drop that deep, that's the ball you have to play time and time again, because then they've got nothing, they just can't defend those balls into the box.
You know, some people would watch this game and have talked about the brilliance of Pep Guardiola and his decision-making. I tend to look at it in the other way. The changes that he made at halftime are things that I think he should have done from the beginning of the game.
He brought on Jesus for
Danilo. So Gabriel Jesus comes on at halftime. Coming into this match, we all knew exactly what West Ham were going to do. So why don't you start with Gabriel Jesus and Sergio Kun Agüero and force West Ham to have been occupied by 2 out-and-out strikers and 2 guys moving in and out of the box? And then that allows David Silva to run off of those guys. And it allows Kevin De Bruyne to run out from those guys. And Raheem Sterling gives you width and Leroy Sané gives you width. It was a good move to bring Gabriel Jesus at halftime, but I think it was a move that had to be done from the start of the match.
So Manchester United against Manchester City the next weekend. Obviously, we'll be talking about it in detail throughout the week. Looking at it, do City have a little bit more of a vulnerability about them than maybe we thought, despite this incredible run?
I think we've looked at City and seen their ability going forward, and certainly some cracks defensively if you can actually possess the ball and get that through that initial pressure quickly, which not many teams have done. The one thing that Robo was talking about, we've always known that they're going to be susceptible to corner kicks, to free kicks, balls played into the penalty area, and that was just emphasized here. And so does things change for this game after we've seen what's happened the last few games? No. I think everybody understands City's vulnerability, whether or not you can have that precision ball into the penalty area that you need to be able to break down a Manchester City. Hopefully, that's what United's probably going to be looking for them to be able to break things down, especially now that you don't have Pogba and you don't have the ability to have that presence in midfield to deal with that initial pressure, to connect that ball we were talking about earlier in the show. Listen, I think City is a phenomenal team. I do think there was one surprise. I thought Michael Antonio playing center forward was a brilliant move by David Moyes.
Oh, you love David Moyes. You love David Moyes.